It's really hard at the moment to find holiday places and like B&Bs and stuff that are accessible. Like for me, they don't have to have bars and ramps everywhere, but just to find a place that doesn't have, you know, a pile of steps up to the house and cubicle toilets and like super tight doorways is really nice. So yeah, we've just found a place in Maldon here. A place like Fairbank here wouldn't be super suitable for quadriplegics or people who have to have like big electric wheelchairs, but for active wheelchair users and paraplegics, a place like this is just perfect, because it means other people can stay perfectly comfortably with us, so like a whole family can go and there's plenty of rooms for them. And yeah, there's a couple steps, but there's also a place for ramps and stuff, so like of course I can get in, and the bathroom is a decent size. They made one bathroom that's accessible, or like mostly accessible, and you know, there's plenty of room around the toilet. The shower's like open. There's no like grab rails and stuff, so it's not super accessible for those people who really need things like that, like quadriplegics. But the doorways are really nice and wide, so you can get a wheelchair really comfortably through them, and the floors are decently flat and level, and there's a lot of like room to move around the house. The garden's also super nice, so it's really pretty. Like there's some spots I can't get to, but they've just laid it out really well. They've got there's quite a bit of a slope to the driveway, but if you're fairly fit, you can get it up. I can push myself up really easily, and like there's a couple little steps here and there, but for a place like this, and me being an active wheelchair user and having friends to help me, it's just a piece of cake. We went down to some of the shops in Maldon, like the town area, and that seemed fairly accessible. There weren't too many steps around the places, but they've made like these massive gutters throughout the streets, but really smart, like cleverly, they've put some flat pieces of board over them, so, and it's like just wide enough for a wheelchair to go across them, so you don't have to like go up and down the gutter. A lot of like the footpaths and stuff are these like really big like rock gravel sort of surfaces, which are really bad for like when you've got small casters on your wheelchair. So I would recommend having a freewheel if you have one, which is like just attaching to the front of your wheelchair, and it lifts the casters up and makes it a lot easier to run with your chair, makes it a lot smoother having just a bigger wheel. But yeah, there weren't many steps and things with the shops, so that was really nice. We had a bit of a good experience with the railway when we went up to look at the old steam engines at the railway station. They've been like restoring some of them, and we met up with some volunteers who were fixing some of these big steam engines up, and they gave us like a whole tour of the place and showed us how they worked, and they actually even gave me a ride, which was a bit crazy, but it was really, really fun.
Go, do it again.
And I'm just hoping that there's going to be more places like this that come up for me and for other people who are in wheelchairs that are accessible, or like mostly accessible, just to make it so, you know, there's places that people like me and other people with disabilities can go out and actually, you know, have some fun.
Right, Mum, I'm not very good with heights.
Consider on the turntable.
Is that an eagle?
Yeah, or some sort of raptor.
Let's start again.